We often use really big or really small numbers in chemistry. So one of the most common numbers we use is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd, which is 602 followed by 21 more zeros. So rather than have to write out all those zeros every time, scientific notation makes our life a lot easier. All we're doing when we do scientific notation is creating a number between 1 and 9.9, and then putting times 10 to however many place values we move to get to that number. So if you look at the example here, the 3,346,000,000, we move the decimal point into between the two threes, so you end up with 3.346 because that's a number between 1 and 9.9. And then you count how many places you move the decimal point. In this case, we moved it 9, so it's 10 to the 9th power. It's positive because we moved the decimal point to the left. If we move the decimal point to the right, then we would end up with a negative number. So we're going to scroll down here, and I'm just going to do a couple examples real quick. So let's take another really big number and say we have, I don't know, 325, and we'll just put a bunch of zeros here. Okay? Obviously that's not between 1 and 9.9, so our decimal point would normally be here, and we're going to move it. Well, we're just going to keep moving it until we get to a number between 1 and 9.9. The common mistake would be to stop right here at 32.5, but that's not a number between 1 and 9.9, so we're going to move it one more and end up with our number as 3.25. We can automatically write out times 10 to the, and then we just count how many places we moved the decimal point. We moved it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 places. And it's going to be positive 7th because we moved it to the left. Let's do an example of a negative one. So 0.00000, we'll say this. Okay? Again, that's not between 1 and 9.9, so we're going to move the decimal point, and we're going to just start sliding it over until we get to a number right there, 9.89. So we can write 9.89 times 10. We moved the decimal point to the right, so we know our value of our exponent is going to be negative, and now we just got to figure out what that value is. So we moved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 places. And we're all set. And that's all that you have to do for scientific notation.